How do you leave the good guy? I'm having like an internal battle right now because I want to leave. I want to file divorce papers and I want to freaking run to Maine or something. I mean, am I the crazy one?
Yes. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
This is one of those captions and topics. It sounds like it's just not real. It sounds like it's unreal. We've got a woman here who's currently bawling her eyes out online, asking and begging people to give her steps and guidance on how she can divorce her husband. But get this, because he's a good man and actually has done nothing wrong. And so she's struggling with finding out how or what to say. Probably has a lot of guilt because she realized she's a liar and promised to stick with him through everything until she pulled the Tia Mowry graduation card and is ready to go purchase her hat and gown and graduate from her marriage. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourself. Let's get it.
Can we talk about how hard it is to leave the good guy? When you say, I want a divorce, and he's like, no, I want to work this out. Everything's going to be fine. We can get through this. And he's so encouraging and everything's just so peachy keen, right? We talk about how I'm manipulated into staying because he's a good guy. He does nothing wrong. Like, the only thing he's guilty of is being lazy and, not putting in effort like we did when we were in the beginning of our relationship, like any other marriage.
So guys, listen. A woman who says the only thing he is lazy is a woman who has no ground to stand on and nothing to actually complain about. Let's just keep listening.
Beat me, doesn't do anything, he doesn't take money from me, but he downplays my emotions. I don't think he fully understands me. And we've talked about this, y'all. This has all been in counseling, but how do you leave the good guy? I'm having like an internal battle right now because I want to leave. I want to file divorce papers and I want to freaking run to Maine or something. I mean, am I the crazy one?
Yes, you're the crazy one. In fact, you're out of your mind. I recently put up a post. I'm going to read it to you. I'm not going to get too sidetracked here, but I have to read it because I thought this was worth talking about. I said, and you know what? I'm gonna actually have this appear on screen here so you guys can read it along with me. You can go follow me on Instagram if you like these type of quotes. But I said, I think marriage vows to a modern woman should clearly state. And I crossed out "to death do us apart" and put "till I'm no longer happy." I crossed out "through sickness" and crossed that out and put "till you're broke as F." Then I concluded the quote with saying, so men know what they're getting themselves into. This is a really popular post that I made because a lot of guys were like, hell yeah, I wish I would have known that that's how my wife viewed our marriage before she decided to pull this shit right here. Because guys, at least this way, a man would know and say, okay, so you're willing to leave a relationship just for whatever, F it. At least this way he would know that that's how she assesses the quality of the relationship. So a man who understands that emotions are fleeting, and any woman who's entertaining a marriage and relationships and bases her judgment of the quality of that marriage on her feelings is a red flag and should be avoided at all costs, he will know to walk away. What's up, guys? I'm here to talk about the sponsor of today's video, MacWork. I can't count how many times people have reached out to me and said, bro, thank you so much for telling me about MacWork. In my DMs, sending me messages saying, bro, thank you so much. Mac has really helped me. He's helped me reach my goals. I've lost this much weight. It's happened so many times. And I can't help but think that there's somebody right now who's thinking, I need to do this. But listen, I know some of you are a little bit hesitant about working with an online personal trainer. Here's the truth. You're overcomplicating it. If you're wondering whether this is ideal for you, I'll tell you this. There are two types of people who this would really, really be beneficial for. The first type is somebody who has a goal that they've never reached before. Sure, you can go online and say, how do I lose such and such pounds, gain muscle? Or you can have somebody do the work for you, and you could cut back on making a bunch of mistakes and have a personal fitness coach that's referenced by yours truly. The second person who's ideal for this would fit something more like what I really got out of this. I don't have the time, bro. I am serving coffee every day. I'm a barista. There's a lot of information out there And if you want somebody who could do the work for you and you just want to connect with a personal trainer who will give you a meal plan and show you workouts and also show you videos on how to do those workouts, then this would be ideal for you as well. Listen, no more excuses. Get fit anywhere, anytime with MacWork and hit the link pinned to the top of the comment section and start your fitness journey today. Trust me, you won't regret it.
Am I the crazy one because I keep throwing these fits and fighting with him? I look legit crazy because I literally stay in bed all day. A lot of that is because if I don't stay in bed all day, I will nitpick him. And I didn't start doing this until like last year. Like I don't, because I'm so unhappy with myself that I will nitpick him and tear him apart. So if I stay in bed, I won't be mean. So tired. I'm so tired. And I'm only sharing this because I swear to God, I promise transparency. And I swear to God, I promise the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I am struggling today. That this has been an ongoing struggle for the past like 6 months of my marriage. And I've said it here and there in videos, but I've never gotten this raw.
If your wife is on TikTok, no, scratch that. It's probably too late if she's on TikTok to this extent. I mean, if she's on there for business and, you know, there's a purpose outside of talking shit about the man who she's married to, I understand. I'm not like super strict on the social media stuff. As far as like the advice I give to men who watch my channel. But if you're dating a woman and you notice that she's on TikTok talking about her personal life extensively and deeply and thinks this is an actual therapy session, bro, please pay close attention to understand that you need to avoid this woman at all costs. Let's get back into it.
I'm tired of marriage counseling. I'm tired of trying. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready for a divorce. I'm exhausted. I'm mentally at my capacity. I feel like I'm stretched thin. I feel like I can't describe it. But I am not okay today.
And this here's exactly why the coffee pod exists. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I want you guys to think of what she said there. She also said that she went to marriage counseling. She says she's tired of marriage counseling, meaning that man got assessed with what a lot of people would call a professional. And if that person saw major red flags, they would have said it, they would have told her, and then she would have used that as a justification to get out of there. Oh my gosh, he's a narcissist. I mean, I didn't know it, but I guess he might be. So yeah, might as well get out of this relation. But no, obviously he is a good man and she can't find a reason. She's just simply basing this on emotion. And the more I see videos like this, the more I understand why men are so hesitant to get married. Let's check out some of these comments, what the people have to say. Guys, you know I'm curious to know what you think. First comment here says, give them everything they want, but we'll always find something missing because they are bored. This is true, man. If you're somebody who's considering marriage seriously today, then you want to make sure you understand what exactly you're getting yourself involved in. You're about to enter and entertain something that fails the majority of the time. And if you still decide to press forward, you've got to have a certain mindset so that you do not exhaust yourself to complete insanity. It's not your job to entertain your woman like some dancing clown every time she's bored of the relationship. You sit down, you discuss, and if you implement dates and all these things and that doesn't work, that's a her problem. It's not your job to make your woman happy. No, it is not your job. Is it your job to make sure she has a terrible time? No, don't be an extremist. Listen to me. It's not your job to make a woman happy. In fact, I haven't found somebody who successfully has made a woman happy. Permanently, that is, you know, for about 3 or 4 seconds, yes, right? Until she finds that tree in the garden and eats the forbidden fruit. Yeah, I'm being a little bit facetious there, but you guys understand what I mean. It's not your responsibility. You have to understand this. You have to believe this, because you could be sitting there. There's so many guys who are trying so hard to make sure it works, and they're trying to understand. They're in this situation. They are good men. They're wondering, what else can I do? Sometimes she is the problem. Take the weight off you. Let's check out another comment here that says, imagine how exhausted the guy is. Yeah. Somebody else here says, a nice guy doesn't always mean a good guy. Here, Another delusional woman. A nice guy doesn't always mean a good guy. I actually agree with that statement. I think there's a difference between nice and good. But here's where she loses her mind. Goes on to say, and a good guy doesn't mean he's good for you. Yeah, but you married him and chose him. Oh yes, people change. Yeah, but the vows didn't say if I change, then I will divorce you. At least put it in the vows. Oh, but should people know that? Nope. Be honest. A simple test, guys, is if you're with a woman right now and she's watched this video, and after listening to this woman reacts like this chick did in the comment section and is like, yeah, you know what? I can see why this woman needs to leave the marriage. That's a woman who you should not marry. And you know what? I'll be a bit lax and also leave room to the possibility that that chick may not understand that she's been manipulated, brainwashed by videos on TikTok, and she may need a conversation and for you to walk her through the logic of how you can't base your marriage on emotions and happiness and feelings. And she may argue with you back and forth, but you just want to be cautious. You know, it's not a red light if she's willing to discuss it and turns around. It's more like an orange light. But damn it, bro, I wouldn't chance it, is all I'm going to say. Here's somebody else who says it isn't about if he is a good guy. It is about if he is still the right guy. Still the right guy. Still the right guy. Still the right guy. These are modern women here and how they view marriage. Still the right guy. So include that in your vows, in your next vows. Until you're no longer the right guy, I will stay with you. Here's somebody else who says the amount of men that feel like this but stay regardless, and women who leave as soon as they don't feel happy, I believe that's supposed to say, is insane. Here's another comment that says, I walked away from a great man. She says, great for someone else, not for me. I have goals, she goes on to say, demands. And he was content in his low bro life. So I had to pull the plug. You're not crazy. No, ma'am. You know what? You're both crazy. How about that? Drink the coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Here's someone else who says, leave. This chick's encouraging her. This is the type of advice they'll have for your girl online, especially on TikTok. Leave. Leave your man. Leave him. Leave him. Leave him. You've spent the last 17 years making everyone happy. It's your turn, mama. Join the Tia Mowry Club. Somebody else who says, I just had this conversation today. Other women who have no reason to leave a marriage looking for a way out. She goes on to say, just because they're not a cheater or physically abusive doesn't mean they're pleasant to be around or the person for you. Leave them and love yourself. Horrible, horrible, horrible advice. Another chick here says, girl, I've been with this man 10 years. My therapist enlightened me that, maybe we're about to get some good advice here. Finally, not everyone grows at the same pace and not everyone grows. Sounds like she's stuck with her man. And when you don't want to embrace the new her, I don't know, open your relationship, probably some bullshit, and grow, I don't know what it may be. They'll find something. The women who are looking for issues will find something to complain about. Of course, I'm using extreme ideas there, but they'll turn small things into really big things. Like she says, she nitpicks him and finds problems in their relationship. We've got another comment. This actually turned into a thread. It started out with this woman who says, my husband should be a lawyer. No matter what my feelings are, he turns it around to make me feel worse. Oh my goodness. But he's a good guy, she says. Everyone loves him and he does no wrong. I'm left feeling crazy. Well, ma'am, that's because you are. And before you ask, no, he is not the narcissist. Somebody else responded back to that comment, which turned into a thread that says, I am in the exact same boat. Wow, another chick. Everyone tells me how amazing he is. He's a good guy, yes, but my emotions are never validated. And I'm miserable. Wow. Here's another comment that says, are you selfish or narcissistic with your emotions? So somebody's responding back to the chick. The emotions that she wants validated. He goes on to say, do you have them and use them and want constant validation? She responded and says, you have no idea anything about my life or what I go through. So, yeah, but you're on here talking about your husband. Somebody else here added, your feelings are valid. I hear you. We hear you. You deserve happiness. I'm always here for you, friend. Always. Got another comment here that says, this is my life. It's been 15 years and I finally filed last week. I feel a million times relief with the exclamation mark. Oh yes, always starts out very happy. But in due time, the tears come. They always do. We know they do, fellas. Truth is, you probably end up in a better position, but it's not about that for you, is it? It's about your family. It's about keeping your home together. It's about your children. Unlike selfish women. Somebody else responded back to that chick who says, I'm a million times better, just filed last week because he really wasn't the problem, but I wanted to cause a problem. This chick says, oh no, this is the actual creator of the original video. She says, a lot of us are going through this. Praying for you, honeys. The fact that a lot of them are going through this is a pretty sobering thought. Somebody else here says, it's not crazy to want to be happy. Here is a comment. One of the few comments I saw that was actually a woman encouraging this chick to stay with the husband. It says, girlfriend, I've been married almost 46 years, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we survived. Congratulations. I have zero regrets. Many times I thought about running for the same reasons I stayed, and I don't regret it. It passes. But she will. Yep, she will definitely regret it. The chick we saw earlier, believe it or not, guys, I know you're going to think I'm bullshitting here. She actually thinks she's going to come back in the current dating market and not get dogged out. And not get ran through by the streets. It is a brutal, cold place out here. Stay in your marriage is all I'm going to say. Somebody else here says, girl, after 10 years, I left a man who had me on a pedestal. It was hard, but I was so much happier once it was final. I don't believe this. I don't even think this guy was like a nice guy. I think this is just like the other chick looking for a reason to leave. Oh, you just love me too much. You just love me too much, and so I gotta go. And of course, guys, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. As always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.